If you could go to a younger version of yourself, like before you got into that time and you did that, if you could go to him and you know how you receive advice and all that, you know how hot-headed you are, so you can't go and just give a lecture.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? What would you, and you have a very limited time. You've got probably 20 seconds. I'm gonna give you 15 seconds. What would you tell the younger version of you to steer you a different path? Maybe you'd give them Google stock exchange advice. What would you say to that younger version?
To my 15-year-old self,
Yep. Maybe it's
um,
six, maybe it's 17 and a half right before the incident. But if you could go back, what would you tell to steer you in a better direction now? You only got
I
15
would
seconds.
tell myself, be patient with myself and give myself grace. Be
So,
patient
so,
and
so
give
do you
myself
think that
grace.
you would, so do you think that you would receive those words? Be patient, give yourself grace.
I don't think at the rate that I was moving, I don't think that I received that, but I would tell myself that because it's things that see, this is the thing about lessons, right? Lessons are not received, right? Lessons are learned. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can give me a lesson, but I still have to learn it. And learning is a process. You don't just learn something. Like you can learn something and be like, okay, this it. People can give you a lesson. You be like, okay, I learned that. But you have to actually practice it for it to become, something that's of you that you do. You get what I'm saying? It becomes like a discipline thing with yourself when you identify and you know, okay, this is what I do. This is what I practice. You get what I'm saying? So it's been lessons that was given to me at that age that they wasn't, I had to actually learn them through trial and error. You know, you get what I'm saying? So somebody tell me to be patient and giving myself grace. It's like back then, okay, I hear you, but how do I actually apply that? You get what I'm saying? Because at 15, 16, you don't even have, you're not even equipped to really apply, give yourself grace and be patient because everything is moving at fast pace. And you moving at a pace of your peers and everything that's going on around you. You get what I'm saying? So now how it resonates with me now, it's like, oh, I did that. I don't have to do this. You get what I'm saying? When I go into places, I don't have to say I'm tough because I've gave myself the patience to know and the grace to know that I don't have to act this way. People are going to attract to me. You get what I'm saying? And I don't have to be reactive. I just have to think my way through things. You get what I'm saying? Have patience with myself. Be willing to make a bad choice and be like, you know what? I'm accountable for that. I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna fix that and actively work towards fixing it. You get what I'm saying? So giving yourself grace is just that, knowing that you're gonna make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna make bad choices and decisions and judgment. If I didn't give myself grace with the crime that I committed, then I would be living in debt and living in, you get what I'm saying? Like feeling like down all the time. And I don't let people do that to me because I'm not bounded by what I did. It's what I'm doing now. You get what I'm saying? So
I do.
that's me still giving myself grace, knowing that I'm capable of doing anything I want to do in life that I set forth for doing. You get what I'm saying?
That's a fact. I like that. When you were in there and you came out, I'm positive that you had a lot of paperwork, like ideas that you had written down. You seem like a thinker. What was your plan when you got, what vision did you have? Day one, day two, not day, my first 30 days. Everybody has a plan. What was your plan coming out of jail?
My plan was just to get a job, right? It was just I never had a job. I never had a summer job. I never had a summer youth job.
Oh,
I've
wow.
never had a job in my life. So my plan was to get a job. So the first job I applied for and my first, excuse me, say like 30 days was yes, right? So it was in Canarsie. I did not know how to get there. I had back then you used to have to print stuff out how you get to places. You Google Map, I forgot what it was called, MapQuest or something like that.
MapQuest.
MapQuest. Used to have to print. This is '09. I'm following instructions to MapQuest. So I get to the place and I'm late. And when I get there, I had to walk, I had to catch a bus. I had to catch like 3 buses. I get there and they tell me I'm late, that they can't see me. And I wanted that job so bad. I cried. Like cause I wanted a job. You know what I'm saying? That shit hurt my feelings. I was just like, damn, I wanted that. I needed that for me. I wanted to have some type of financial stability for myself. I didn't really want nobody taking care of me. You get what I'm saying? Even though I know I was just fresh home, I didn't want that. And that hurt me, like that I couldn't get that. And I didn't get a job till like oh I had some temp stuff like 2010, 2011, but I didn't really get a job till like 2012 at a bar. And then from there I just built. You know what I'm
And
saying?
so
I left the situation that I was in, huh?
how long was it
It
from
was
when you
like
got out?
3 years to really get a stable job. That was in a bar. Then after I had that job, I quit because they was playing with my money. I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do this. So I quit. I signed up for security to be a security, and I worked that job for like 5 6 months. I couldn't get my license because of my background. So I failed the background thing. I couldn't get my license. So I had to apply in the end of 2012 going into 13. I had to apply for 2013 going into 14. I applied for something called a it's like something that's saying you rehabilitated. I forgot what it's actually called. I think it's called Certificate of Relief from Disability, where the employer sees that your certificate and be like, okay, he's rehabilitated, even though he has this felony, we can employ him. That's up to their discretion, right? So I earned that, so I was able to get my go back and apply for certification to be a security guy, right? But my girl was like, once you what you was doing when you was locked up, you was counseling. Once you go to school for that. So we sacrificed and I went to school for that. You get what I'm saying? I went to school for like 8 9 months. I and then I got hired like in October 2014. I got hired as a case manager, and then I did that for like probably like 8 months, 12 months, because it was like it's nonprofit, not for profit. So, the contract had ran out. Then I was a what is it called? A recovery coach for adolescents. Then I became an adolescent counselor. And I had like
So
3 positions all in the same workplace. And during that time, like I had a lot of positive impact. It was a lot of like, they believed. I was like one of the youngest people there, and they believed in me, and a lot of young people looked up to me. I had
you believed in me. That's crazy. That's a dope story, man.
yeah.
That's a
So
dope because I
my vision that I had for me, it came into fruition.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And I said how much I wanted to make, and I was like 2 grand from it, but I was close. You get what I'm saying? And I said I wanted my own office. I had my own office, and I had got custody of my daughter in like 2014. It's an incident that happened with her mother, but everything was like perfect timing for me, right? And she saw me working. That meant a lot to me. My daughter saw me in the office working. I used to come have her dropped off to me, and she used to just sit and wait for me. And she saw my impact, what I mean, on people and what I was doing because they knew who she was. It's like, oh, this is daughter come, So that meant a lot to me too.